guys, this is Eliza and welcome back to a new video. So today I'll be filming the first part of a new series that I'll be doing here on my channel, which will have 4 parts altogether, and that is series I've started. So I'll be talking about all the series, the book series that I have started, and whether I will be continuing them, whether I won't be continuing them, whether I'm not sure yet. So this part, the first part, will be for upcoming sequels that have not released yet. So I've read all the books that are out, but the next one is currently not out yet, but I will be reading it when it comes out. Now I'm only gonna hold up the first book in the series and then I'll pop the upcoming sequel that I'm keen for on the screen, because there is 20 series that I'm going to be talking about, and if I held up like 2, 3, 4, sometimes like 6 or 7 books that are already out in a series, I'm gonna die. And also I don't have a table big enough to put all those books on, so I have my stacks here. We're just gonna hold up the first book and then I'll put the sequel that I am keen for on the screen. So the first series I want to talk about is the Enchante series by Gita Trelease. This one has just had a rename. The first book is gonna be called Everything That's Bright, and then the second book is gonna be called Everything That Burns, I think, but I highly prefer the old title. Just saying. So I have read Enchante and really enjoyed it, so I will definitely be reading Liberate, which is the original title for the second book. So Liberate doesn't come out till the 2nd of February 2021, but I am super keen to get my hands on it, and these covers absolutely stunning. Next we have the Blood Heir trilogy by Amelia Wen Zhao. I have read Blood Heir and Red Tigress, which we have just gotten. I think this is the US cover. Is this the UK and that's the US? Hold on. Yeah, this is definitely a UK cover because it's got pounds as the amount. Yeah, so I think we've just gotten the US cover for Red Tigress, so it doesn't match the edition that I have, but I absolutely love this cover and I cannot wait for them to release what Red Tigress is going to look like in the matching edition. Enough talking about the covers. Red Tigress comes out March 2nd, 2021, and I'm super keen for this one. I absolutely loved Blood Heir. I will leave my review linked down below, as I will for any of these books, but I definitely know I have a review for this one because I received an e-arc of this one, and oh, it was so freaking amazing. This is an Asian inspired fantasy, high fantasy. It is intense, it is amazing, I love it, and I cannot wait for book 2. Next we have All the Stars and Teeth by Adeline Grace. The sequel, All the Tides of Fate, is set to release 2nd of February 21, so the same day as Liberate. This one is the most recent to this list, I believe, as I only read this last couple weeks ago now, but I really enjoyed it. I own 3 copies of this book, which they are all stunning, and I really enjoyed it. It was really unique, really interesting world, so I'm super keen to see what they're going to be doing for number 2. Next we have Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahoran. This one I really did enjoy, but the romance wasn't my favorite, just because romance is my favorite in general, but I'm super keen to see what they're going to be doing with Blood and Honey, which is the second book in the series, and it comes out 1st of September, so only less than 2 weeks from when I'm currently filming this video. But I really enjoyed the plot and the characters and the magic system and everything, so I'm super keen to see what happens in Blood and Honey. Hopefully it won't be as romance heavy, but I have a feeling it's gonna be. But either way, I love the plot and the characters enough that the romance, even though I don't love it, is not like a hindrance to me, so I am super keen to read Blood and Honey. I just realized I don't have my light on. Sorry about that. Lighting is better now. So next we have Shadow Frost by Coco Ma. This one, first off, this gorgeous edition is sprayed by Dusk Angel Store, link down below. We have started doing custom stencils, so this was one of them and it is absolutely gorgeous. Enough self-promotion. So Godstorm, which is book 2, comes out 20th of October, and I'm super keen for this. I absolutely loved this book. It was amazing. The magic system was incredible, and I absolutely loved the characters, so I'm super keen to get to a Godstorm, and it's not very far away. It is also a freaking gorgeous cover. Like, I cannot wait to put these together, and I'm going to be putting a sprayed stenciled sword on Godstorm, and it is going to look freaking awesome. Next we have Dear Martin by Nick Stone. This is a contemporary series, which I'm pretty sure it might be the only one on this list. No, there's one other on this list. But I absolutely loved Dear Martin, and the author has now released a second book in the series, which is called Dear Justice, which originally wasn't going to happen. This was meant to be a standalone originally, I'm pretty sure, but now there is a sequel called Dear Justice, which is coming out 29th of September this year, which I cannot wait for. These are also super short, but very impactful. There is so much that goes on in this book, even though it's only that short. So I cannot wait to see what goes down in Dear Justice. I believe we're following a completely different character I think. I don't know if the characters from Dear Martin appear in Dear Justice. We'll see, but I'm super keen either way. Next we have the Truly Devious series by Maureen Johnson. This is probably the most anticipated one on this list. Actually, this or one other. There's another one. But Truly Devious is one of my favorite series. I have reread this 4 times now. I think the first book anyway. I've reread the next ones like least amount of times because I was rereading before the next one came out. This trilogy was originally finished, but now Maureen Johnson is releasing The Box in the Woods, which is a not direct link to this one, but in the same world, same characters and everything, and I cannot freaking wait. I love these characters. I love the mystery. Maureen Johnson has a way of writing that is just so unpredictable and keeps you on your seat, and it's just amazing. So The Box in the Woods doesn't come out till 6th of April, so we've got a long time to wait, but I am so freaking keen for this. I will definitely be doing another reread of Truly Devious, Vanishing Stare, and The Hand on the Wall before The Box in the Woods comes out. I'm so keen. Next we have the Aurora Cycle series by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. We do not have a name or a cover for book 3 yet, but I loved Aurora Rising and Aurora Burning. The sequel ended on such a freaking cliffhanger. I need that book. Like, I am so keen for this. This is probably like my 3rd most anticipated, maybe. I don't know. I'm making that up. I'm very highly anticipating this one though. I'm so keen for this. I absolutely love this cast of characters. I love Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff's writing together, and the plots are just hectic and insane, and I just cannot wait for whatever book 3 is going to be called. Next we have my other most highly anticipated series, which is the Bone Season series by Samantha Shannon. We are finally getting a 4th book. This has been coming for so freaking long, but we finally have a title, we finally have a cover. The Mask Falling is coming 16th of February at 21, and I cannot wait. I have reread the series 2 or 3 times now, and I absolutely adore it. It is amazing. It is so unique. It is so interesting. I love these characters. I love the plots. They're always intense and action-packed, and I absolutely love Samantha Shannon's writing in this, and just the whole world is just so interesting and so unique, and I cannot wait for The Mask Falling. I'm so freaking keen, and I cannot wait to get that one and see what color spine it is so I can spray the edges, because I have sprayed the other 3 in the Bone Season series and I've matched the spine with the sprayed edge. So the cover of The Mask Falling is yellow, but I don't know what color the edge is gonna be. So I'm super keen to see that and get them all to match, and oh, I cannot wait. It has just been so freaking long. So next we have House of Dragons by Jessica Clues. This one we don't have a cover for yet, but the title is gonna be War of Dragons, and it'll be coming out sometime in 2021. I'm not sure when exactly, but I'm super keen. I've recently read this and really enjoyed it. And also this ends on like a pretty interesting cliffhanger, so I am super keen to see what is going to happen in War of Dragons, and I'm pretty sure this is meant to be a duology. I don't think there's going to be a 3rd book, so that's super interesting because not very often in fantasy is there duologies. It's usually trilogies, and I happen to love duologies and also standalones because you can wrap up the series quickly, but as long as they're done well. Some of them, especially standalones, they tend to feel a little bit lacking because you don't have those extra books to give you that bit more world and bit more character development. But I'm super keen to see how this one is going to end, because this was amazing and it was just so interesting, and I love the characters. The plot was intense, and like that cliffhanger. Next we have one that actually neither of the books are currently out yet. So we have Fable by Adrienne Young, which was the 1st book, and I've read an e-arc of this one. It comes out 1st of September, I believe. If that's not correct, I'll put it on the screen, but I'm pretty sure it's 1st of September. So the sequel, Namesake, is set to release 16th of March, and I'm so freaking keen. And also, can we just put the covers together for a minute, because together they form one picture and it looks awesome. But anyways, I recently read Fable and I absolutely loved it. I will leave my spoiler-free review down below. It was amazing. It was so intense. I loved the characters. I loved the character development and the friendships and stuff that they grew throughout the series, and it was just amazing, and also a really interesting world and an interesting magic system. I actually really enjoy the little bit of magic system we got in there. It was super interesting. So yeah, I can't wait for Namesake. I've already requested it on NetGalley. I'm probably not gonna get it, but I did get Fable, so who knows. Next we have Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. So we have now got a sequel. Where the hell did that come from? I'm not sure. But Ready Player One has been out for a really long time, and just a couple months ago Ernest Cline released that there will be Ready Player 2. I have no idea what this book is going to be about, and this one is probably the one I'm most nervous for on this list, just because sometimes when an author, you know, finishes the series or only has a standalone and then suddenly there's another book that's out like 10 years later and you're like, what the fuck? I thought everything was like wrapped up nicely, and I'm a little bit nervous to see how this is going to go. What is this going to be? I have no idea. I haven't even read a synopsis, and I don't know if I want to read a synopsis because I'm nervous. But Ready Player 2 is meant to come out 24th of November, so not too far away. I will definitely be reading Ready Player 2, and I'll probably listen to the audiobook because that is how I read Ready Player 1 the 2 times I've read it, and the audiobook is amazing. I highly recommend the audiobook. So yeah, I'm nervous, but I'm also super keen. I'm very keen. Next we have the Montague Siblings by Mackenzie Lee. So first book being Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. The third book in the series, which is The Nobleman's Guide to Scandal and Shipwreck, will be coming 1st of December 2020, which I'm so keen for. I really enjoyed Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, and I loved The Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy. I don't know if it was a little bit more. I think I like this one a little bit more. I'm not sure. But either way, I'm super keen to read The Nobleman's Guide to Scandal and Shipwrecks. I am a little bit nervous because we're not following the characters that we've been following for the rest of the series. There's a character that's come in, I believe he came in at the end of The Lady's Guide, like briefly, and we will be following him. But I'm super keen. I did read the novella for this. I can't remember what it's called. I will chuck the title on the screen, but I did read that and I didn't love it. Like, I kind of just didn't see the point of it. If you love like the romancy side of Gentleman's Guide, then you'll probably like that little novella, but I just didn't care. But I am super keen for Nobleman's Guide to Scandal and Shipwrecks. Next we have another one that is fairly recently added to this list, and that is A Forgery of Magic by Maya Matone. I still don't know how to pronounce it, I'm sorry. So first book being Nocturna, and the second book will be Occulta. I think that's how you pronounce it. So book 2 is set to release 15th of December, so not too far away. I've already pre-ordered it, but I read Nocturna, like I said, recently and really enjoyed it. I even went and bought myself a copy because I originally read it on ebook, and I went and bought myself a nice shiny hardcover. This is the OwlCrate exclusive, and it has the character art. Hold on. One moment. It has the character art underneath the dust jacket, which is, well, actually the inside of the dust jacket, which is gorgeous. But yeah, I really loved the magic system. I really enjoyed the characters and the relationship, friendship thing that is built in this one. And yeah, I loved this and I cannot wait for Occulta. I literally went and pre-ordered it basically as soon as I finished Nocturna. Next we have Ace of Shades by Amanda Foody. I feel like it has been forever since I read Ace of Shades and King of Fools, like since King of Fools released. But it hasn't actually been that long. It just kind of feels like that long, but I'm very impatiently in waiting for Queen of Vaults, which will be coming out 1st September, so I only have less than 2 weeks to wait. Finally. But I absolutely love the world of Ace of Shades. I love Amanda Foody's writing. Everything I've read by her, I've absolutely loved. I love the characters, I love the relationship, I love the world, the magic system. I love everything about these books, and I cannot wait for Queen of Vaults, which will be the end of the trilogy, and hopefully it'll be all like wrapped up nicely, and also that purple cover is really pretty, and I can't wait. Next we have Crown of Coral and Pearl by Mara Rutherford. Second book, Kingdom of Sea and Stone, will be releasing 6th of October, and I am so freaking keen. This is stunning. This is another one I've done a stenciled sprayed edge. We have some coral to match the cover, the crown on the cover on this one, and I'm so keen to get my hands on book 2 so I can spray that one as well. But Crown of Coral and Pearl was a really interesting setting, and I really loved the town setting from where this book starts. I'm not gonna give spoilers. And I also loved the characters. I loved the character development and the progression throughout the book, and I am so keen to read Kingdom of Sea and Stone. Again, I feel like it's been for ages because I read an e-arc of this, and I read it well before this one actually released, I believe. It was like a couple months before. So it feels like it has been ages since I read this one. I'm waiting for Kingdom of Sea and Stone. It's been too long. Next we have the Wayward Children series by Shauna Maguire. So I have read Every Hearted Doorway, Down Among the Sticks and Bones, Beneath the Sugar Sky, In an Absent Dream, Come Tumbling Down. And we are waiting for Across the Green Grass Fields. I love these little short stories. I think Beneath the Sugar Sky was my favorite, but I did love this first original one because I love the concept of this. Down Among the Sticks and Bones was probably my least favorite, but I still really enjoyed it. But I can't wait to see what we're gonna get next. I don't know how many more books are in this series because it seems like every time she releases a book, it doesn't appear to be another book in the series, but then boom, there's gonna be another book in the series. So this one might just go on forever, like the Hercule Poirot series from Agatha Christie, and we're gonna end up with 50 books, and I'd be totally okay with it because I absolutely love it. All the characters are so interesting, so in-depth. Considering how small these books are, you learn so much about the characters, and they're so lifelike. They do not feel 2D at all, and I absolutely love that. I love the settings. They're always usually really unique and really interesting, and yeah, love this series, and I cannot wait for Across the Greengrass Fields, which is set to release 12th of January. Next we have Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. I have read volumes 1, 2, and 3. This is a graphic novel series, and it is super quick, super easy to read. There's like maximum 30 words per page. These are really, really quick to read, and I really enjoy them. They're just kind of like something to get away from all the fantasy and all the heavy stuff that I read. It's just like a cute, nice contemporary. I'm usually not a huge fan of romance, but I'm okay with this because I'm going into it knowing it's a romance. I'm not going into it thinking that, yeah, there's probably going to be a romance, but it's probably going to be it's like a side plot, like it's happening alongside the main plot, and then it turns out to be the actual plot, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know what that noise was. But I can't wait for volume 4. I know I could jump on the website and read volume 4, but I'm gonna wait and pick up the book physically because I like being able to just flip through and read these. These are really good for readathons and stuff. I can't wait for volume 4, and volume 4 is meant to be releasing 4th of February. Next we have probably the oldest series on this list, but you'll understand in a minute. So we have Miss Peregrine's Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. Obviously this was just a trilogy to begin with. There was Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, Hollow City, and Library of Souls, and I did read those. I read those way back, like early in my blogging days. This was like one of the first reviews that I wrote. But then Ransom Riggs decided to release A Map of Days and The Conference of Birds, and now we're meant to be getting another one. I don't know what it's called. We don't have a name. We don't have a time frame. We got nothing. All that I know is on Goodreads, there's another book. So I did really enjoy A Map of Days and The Conference of Birds. I don't think I enjoyed them quite as much as I did the original Miss Peregrine's Peculiar Children trilogy, but I'm enjoying them and I'm keen to see what is going to come next. I love these characters, so I'm always keen to read about them. So yeah, I'm keen. I'll definitely be reading it when it releases. I don't know when that's going to be though. Could be in 5 years, who would know? So lastly, we have Cursebreakers by Bridget Camera. So we have A Curse So Dark and Lonely, and I've also read A Heart So Fierce and Broken. Both are amazing. I have 3 copies of each. They're all stunning, 2 of which are sprayed. This isn't one of them. Where is it? Yeah, right there. But we have just recently got the cover for A Vow So Bold and Deadly, and oh, it's so stunning. I cannot wait for book 3 of this trilogy. This series is just so interesting. I love the characters. Like, that is the main thing I love about this world. Like, the plots are really good, the setting's interesting, but the characters are just amazing. I love their friendships. I love how they develop throughout the books, and I can't wait for book 3. It is going to be so good. And A Vow So Bold and Deadly is set to release 12th of January next year. So still a while away, but I'm so keen. So freaking keen, and oh, they're gonna look so amazing with all the sprayed edges together. Oh, I can't wait. Do I bring every conversation back to sprayed edges? I fucking do. I'm sorry. Actually, no, I'm not. So that is all the series I want to talk about in part 1 of this series. That doesn't make, yeah, you understand what I mean. So part 2 of this series, which will be the books I will not be continuing, will be coming in the next couple weeks. There will be a little bit of time between each of them because I have other videos that I need to post, and I'm also at the moment trying to get onto a proper posting schedule on both my YouTube and my blog. So for both YouTube and my blog, I'm hoping to be posting every Tuesday and Saturday, and then the reading vlogs will come up randomly. They won't be part of my regular scheduling because they're all over the place. It just depends on when vlogs finish. But yeah, so vlogs will be random, but I'm hoping to get to a Tuesday and Saturday posting schedule and get that going. I'm mainly trying to do this because I know I will be going back to work. The build that I work at opens 19th of September, around about. We might be opening a couple days later, but around that. So I want to kind of get back into a routine / schedule for my blog posts and YouTube videos, so that way I know what I need to do, when I need to do it, and then I can work around like work and also going to see my partner. The wind has really picked up, so I'm sorry if you can hear that. There's like shit hitting the roof. Enough about my schedule. I just thought I'd update you guys about that. But anyway, that is the end of this video. These are all the series that the sequels are not yet released and I am super keen for. Let me know if any of these are on your most anticipated releases, well, anticipated sequel releases for the upcoming months. But yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and I will see you guys in my next video.